What is up? Dadgum, look at here. Right here in our hometown, huh? Well, I hate to tell y'all, but if you wanted a Popeye's chicken sandwich, now was probably the time to go, all right? It's good to be here. So honored to be in this community. Someone said, Willie, if you could live anywhere in America, where would you live? And I said, well, I can live anywhere in America. I have that choice, but I choose to live right here in Ouachita Parish because it don't get no better than this. I am so proud to be part of this community. Growing up here, raising my kids here, worshiping here, it's just a great community. And y'all have been so good, and we're so thankful for you guys. And look at all the cameras. There ain't been this many cameras here since, well, maybe Duck Dynasty, since we filmed the show. So I'm so glad the president's coming in. And I want to tell y'all, actually how I met Trump. It's a funny story. So I was in Oklahoma City, and I went to see my son John Luke speak. This is when Trump was running, right? And I wanted to go see one of these rallies because I'd seen him on TV. I said, man, I got to go check that out. So I go to the State Fair in Oklahoma City, and I had just met with Don Jr. He was a big hunter, and I said, hey, I want to go see your dad. And so I show up, and Mr. Trump gets on the RVs just like he is. He's cool, and we're talking about the big crowd. There's thousands of people just like tonight. And right before he went out, he said, hey, Willie, do you want to get on the stage and say something? And at this point, I was laying low. I said, no, Mr. Trump, I'm good. And I was kind of hiding in the stairwell. And but I didn't know whether or not he was going to get me up there or not. You know how politicians are. But he wasn't a politician, so I wasn't quite sure. So Mr. Trump gets up, and he just starts his speech. And I was like, oh, I missed that one. He's 30 minutes deep in the speech. I mean, he's China, and I'm sitting there looking. And that sucker stops, and he goes, where's Willie? And this is about the time the blood ran out of my body because I realized, I was thinking, please, Lord, let him know another person named Willie. I was that person, and he goes, where's Willie? And he's looking around. My buddy said, you got to go up on stage. So I hopped up on stage, and people cheered, and I went to shake his hand. I said, hey, good job, Mr. Trump. You're doing great. And I went to pull away, and he pulls me right back towards him. And he says, well, I want everybody. This is Willie Robertson. He's a huge TV star. And he said, I got a question for Willie in front of all these people. He goes, do you love Trump? And just hands me the mic. You want to talk about being on the spot? I mean, I'm on the spot right now. I got to know what to say. These people came to see Trump. I said, yeah, I do like me some Trump. And everybody cheered. And I said, here's the deal. Me and Mr. Trump, we did pretty good at business. We've had pretty good TV shows. And we married people that look way better than we do. Thank you, Oklahoma City. I'm out of here. I mean, I thought on the spot that's pretty good. So the next day, I'm flying to Dallas. I got to give a speech, and I get in an Uber car, and a little old driver, and I'm sitting in the passenger seat, and he looks over, and he said, what did you fellas do last night? And I said, we went to the Oklahoma State Fair, and he goes, I did too. He said, I went to see Donald Trump. He's going to be the next president of the United States. I said, did you? And he goes, yeah. And I said, did you see the guy who got up with a beard in the middle of the speech? And he goes, you know who that was? Willie Robertson from Duck Dynasty. He's a huge star. He's this close from my face. I said, you don't say. He said, oh, yeah, he flew in here just to endorse Trump. That's why he was in town. I said, really? I said, do you know who I am? He goes, I don't have a clue. I said, I'm Willie from Duck Dynasty. And he looked at me and he said, you had a different bandana on. So that started the relationship I had with Mr. Trump. Not too long after that, Don Jr. flew right in here to Monroe, stayed at the house. We took him duck hunting, deer hunting, and I knew right there. So I knew how to get Phil. See, I took Trump Jr. down there because I knew he was a really good shot. So we put him in the duck blind. He impressed Phil, So Phil had, the Trumps had our support from the shooting of his son. So you never know how these things work out in politics, and I endorsed him after that. And I will say this about President Trump: if you are a believer and a Christian, I can't think of a better president that we've had for the stuff that we do. I mean, hands down, he gets it. He gets our lifestyle, what we like here in this part of Louisiana for sure. And so I've been proud of that.